Great and great and beautiful morning, afternoon, and evening to you all, wherever you are joining me at this moment. Welcome to 159 edition of Investdata Trading Academy Live with Ambrose. Yes, welcome to a new trading week again. Once more, I will say that the market, globally is mixed as we speak now. Say that market is really reacting to what any report, also political news, tension, and also what is happening, the political tension here and there, especially in Russia and Ukraine, knowing that Russia has kind of scaled up what their attack and all those stuff. For that, you can see market continue to oscillate. But the good news that market in matured market are mixed. We're having about most of this market in US. We're seeing that the the index these there are up, especially the three index, two are in green, one is in red. Also in Europe, we are seeing that most market in Europe are mixed. We are seeing some in green and also some in red. Also the same thing in Asia. Africa is also mixed as to speak now. In Nigeria here, our market is slightly what in red, slightly in red. But the good is that the general market, is mixed to fashion or to continue or to kick up today's trading for the first trading day of the week. Also, don't forget that we are also getting into the peak of any season across the globe. An investor is weighing also the central bank tightening policy ahead of what ahead of announcement of a new political leader in UK, and also waiting that to see what will likely be, knowing that most of the analysts in the matured market are saying that the market have gotten to a level that it needs to also bounce back. That means any moment from now, the market can rebound. That's why investors in that climate are encouraged to start taking position in those value stocks. Why here in our market, we know that yes, we have not seen much earnings here back down home, but we're expecting those big names also to continue to release their results between now and end of the month. That means these are the factors that will shape our market here. But over there in the mature market, you can see that whatever that is happening is also reflecting what on their numbers over there. It tells you that these are the things that also boosting the gain, especially the earnings that are becoming stronger on Wall Street and also in the Europe market. Also, as debate whether the Fed will also reduce rate at this point or slow down rates in December or November. These are the factors that also keeping the market in this position as we speak in matured market. Also, don't forget that the European Central Bank also is also kind of expected to also to tighten their policy, but it will be adjusting basic 75 again at this point. These are what analysts and investors are looking at that coming Thursday this week. If there will be any adjustment or they leave it far, but I think because of inflation that we have seen so far around the globe, they must also eat up a little. But I believe that the manufacturing peer MPI data that's also falling as at October is also giving them concern, because in that zone we have noticed that the purchasing manager for that period also for October has fallen to around 45.17 in October against the previous month of 47.8. You can see these are the 10 economic activities they're looking at. Yes, they're likely like in the next 1 year we might see a recession globally, but that's why the World Bank has emphasized that central banks should also rethink. If they're not taking, they might plunge the economy globally into recession, and that will likely to affect the oil prices. And also, the GDP for China has also risen to like 3.9. In the period of June to July to September. That is the third quarter on year, which is also good despite the continuing kind of spread of COVID-19 and lockdown here and there. If in case of third quarter we're seeing improvement in that, for me it's not a totally bad one. Yes, these are the thing like showing about 0.4% up, compared for the previous quarter. It's also a good one for the second largest economy. These are the things we're looking at. This economic data, I've said it before in this class, that we're going to guide decision where investors should put their money and all. And earnings that are continuing to hit market, in this mature market, are really impressive for investors to also look at. And that's why if you also look at which sectors of those economy that are doing well, they are likely also to trigger that. Oil price also has fallen again, this morning, and as we speak now, to trade around 92 point 92.62 per barrel. Continue what strike in Ukraine, and also fear even OPEC trying to cutting output of recent see have not impact on the much on price because of what the fear of demand for oil because of fear of recession. These are the also factors that are pushing oil price up and down, in the matured market. I believe that you as an investor that all this will guide you to know what you're going to do at this time, knowing that despite the market is down, I also see that there are opportunity in the market that one can also capture on and also take advantage of. And it is time for us to look at what the indices. If you look at what is happening in the market, look at the market performance for the period under review here in Nigeria, you notice that our market was down. This is the highest weekly decline for 2022. Why? Because of what? The loss of about 27.1% of Airtel put the whole market down, even reduced the year-to-date gain significantly. It tells you that that these powerful stocks that control the index. On that note, you look at which sectors that you'll be looking at to do what to take your investment decision. And this is the time for you to look at that as you speak. Don't forget that every investor in the market are looking for stock that will perform what outperform the market, whether there is a rise or what a fall in the general market. All investors look at in the market is despite there is volatility, which stock will I buy? Despite there is uncertainty, which stock will I buy so that I will kind of be on the good side of the market. Remember, I said that you must be on the good side of the market than going opposite of the market direction. That means you must look at what is trending and what is happening in the market for you to take advantage of it. And I'll tell you basically, if you look at what is happening generally, there are some stocks that I believe that investors should look at and sectors that they should look at. Like I discussed earlier in one of the classes, that this is the time for investors to look at to look the world of the bank stocks. Bank stocks are starting to look very interesting and attractive. As you speak. Also, if you watch some of these bank stock chart, it will give you insight of what I'm saying. That's why I will encourage you that if you have this kind of tutorial at a display now to watch, to even give you insight what is likely to do. You can see that banks are coming out, even where other sectors and also some blue chip stock are going down. The banking sector, you can see that they are trying to beat out. Even the index, there is something that's happening in that sector. You need to also understand how to invest with this kind of chart you see when you are investing. Don't just look at only the offshore index and start panicking that the market is going to go down and they want to rush out. And also, in anywhere in the world, banks often also benefit from this kind of a long rising interest rate as what as a spread of banks also improve, and also in terms of long assets also look up. As loan also look up to fund what to fund the short and the liability of different things. I believe that this is the time for us to look at investors. That's why when people are calling me why people selling off I tell them either one arbitrary reason, and also people see an opportunity that there are some lower stock that will give you higher yield or higher return of what Ether will give you in terms of dividend yield, and also the possibility of there's no liquidity in the market. Ether moving higher again at this point, or less when there's a new position taken in the market that stock can go. That when another arbitrator move come to it, when it comes to a good support level that people start seeing interest in it again, that will change the face. But now people are saying to enter where they are seeing opportunity in the market. Like I said in one of the programs this morning, if you look at the banking sector, these factors that I just mentioned are going to support them. And also oil price remain relatively high, so it's a plus for the bank. When the banks are highly exposed to that sector. And not don't forget that also being a pre-election year, activities of fund here and there, borrowing even from the political borrowing and those stuff will be there, and banks are going to make money in all this. Well, I that this last quarter of the year and the one we are looking forward to see the close today, I expect to see a better number from the bank. That's why investors should still put to those companies or those banks that that their dividend yield will still remain high, and also their earnings will also support that kind of fee. That for me, this is the time to also look the way of the banks, look the way of the healthcare sector, only the way of what of the industrial goods. Also, the way of agricultural sector is very, very key. Now we know that yes, what is happening today because of fraud here and there. We're going to see a lot of damage is going to go into the future. But don't forget that this business of palm oil and all those stuff, that's that unless their new plant, their new farm will be widely affected. But if not, it will be a plus for them also, for them to also have water to do more. That's why we need to see where am I going to put my phone now. This is the time to make that decision, because I tell you things are also looking attractive with on the strength of what on the strength of what we are seeing in the market. Yes, for those that I want to look that are fearful, don't want to take risks, want to look at the yield curve of fixed income market. We agree. Yes, most of the the physical market, even treasury bills almost getting to 14. Now we're seeing others getting to 15. But I still tell you, if you look at the inflation as at end of September, almost 20.77. That means for this month of October, that with what we are saying, might likely to hit 21, and we are getting either 15 or 14. If you know what is there and also what you have. Yes, for those that don't want to take this, take good there, but for those that know how to take calculated risk and also know how to invest with knowledge. Like I said, that knowledge is key when we're going to build your financial independence, not to financial freedom. You must have knowledge of financial market to attain that goal. And that is why we continue to do this class and also other of our programs to educate Nigerians on how to invest wisely. You need to know how to invest. That is the thing you need now as an investor, because that is the only way you can take advantage of what we are seeing in the market, because this opportunity will not always be there. That's why I say market is in phases and also in cycle. We have seen different phases now. Market is trying to do correction we are seeing now. They're also going to be what a rebound. And during market decline, like I always say that with this is the time that analysts and also investors want to go to TV station, also want to newspaper, need to give what stock to buy, internet here and there. But I think investors should focus on what is the value in the market. Once you know what is the value in the market, it will go a long way. It's not a time to be fearful or start running out of what out of stock when they goes on sale. But the best investor or the best time to buy stock is when you see stock that are running in. That is the time you start taking advantage of what those stock. You see that their prices are low and take advantage of it. And this is the part of investment in it. When best investors in the world are what are those that seek decline in what in stock market. Those that are that, but that is the time you see exciting opportunity to what to build their wealth. But for those that are fearful, that is the time they will be running. But those that understand how to do the market, that is the time what they cash in. Like I said, that day, do you have cash? I can put to work at this time. Now that I'm seeing cheaper prices, it's important for you to answer. Do you have that cash that you can just put into work at this point? That you see cheaper prices of stocks here and there, or were you sure waiting to see when they have started going up? That time you want to jump. So for you to be a billionaire, to be a millionaire, to be what somewhere, you must know the time to cash in. Just like when the Bible said, lay down your feet for cash in the scripture. They lay down and they have that if you understand how to trade, this is the time for you to lay down your cash, your net in the stock market, and can I just say we'll call it cherry picking now in the market, so that you can take what informed decision by buying into value and those sectors and industry that will lead what the rebound. But market is also set to rebound any moment from now. If you get the direction right, I'm telling you, it's also going to be a force. And also don't forget that seasonality will also come because it's the end of the quarter. You must position ahead of all this. You don't wait to see them before you start buying. The positioning, buying into deep, in particular sector, take advantage. Even when you see that yes, you bought high and you see that the clock coming down, you see that if you're jumping out, you might not be good for that for a long time, but not for traders. You can also take advantage of low price to average that when the rebound, you automatically be in profit. That's why you must not be thinking of where will be the bottom. You might be thinking that the bottom today to turn up, well, I'll buy tomorrow, let the bottom, but you buy gradually at this time because market is waiting for a trigger, and this trigger will be on the strength of more earnings we are expecting to come to the market. And these earnings will know anywhere from now. We'll see more. We can still see that more companies are giving us notification. We saw the news from for FCMB this morning that the results will be between now and November. That of ICO will come this week. These are the things that will guide you to know that yes, are these numbers in the market to change what it will change what the face of the market. And don't forget that if you want to buy into a quality business, a quality company, to buy it at a discount and put market as presented at this point, knowing that there are the fundamentals of this company remain intact. It's all because of market situation, because of low liquidity in the system that they are this price. We also take advantage of it, and because at the end of the day, it's going to go back to what the value, the real value of this company, and that is where you make that money. Being a trader or investor. And don't forget one I did about one I said, be greedy when others are what others are fearful. When there's blood on the street, others are running, you go there and pack the blood on the street. That's what we're seeing now. Seeing index moving from a top as almost 54,000 to around 44. You can see that market have shared weight, and this opportunity for you to take advantage. And those stocks that share weight, if there are still potential in them, go in. It is also, don't forget, I said it in this class or previous one, that it's a stock and also a sector that will lead the rebound in anywhere. And also a stock can lead a bull and also a bear. Now we are seeing now which sector will lead the next, the next bull now, which stock will be leading the next. That's why earnings that I was expecting is very, very key at this point. We must look at those companies that are performing, and also that is where you should to be. Like I tell you that also don't forget what a statement I also that be where the billionaires are. It's also a good way to invest because if you really look at dividend income, these billionaires they will always pay themselves high money, high dividend at the end of the day. That's why I see most of the company that these billionaires have high numbers of share, they pay out good dividend to also compensate those billionaires that has the good share. This is also another way for you to start preparing for the end of the year. Don't forget that at the end of the year, a lot of things are about to happen. Once you prepare yourself on time, you are good to go in that regard. Yes, quick one before we go to look at the chart. Let's look at the earnings that were released after the market closed on Friday. No, there was all the result that came from Police Microfinance, the one that came from Unilever, and we discussed the one that came from Skywave Aviation already, and also that of the African Prudential. But today we're looking at what that came from Sky Aviation and the Police Microfinance and Unilever. These are the three we want to look at briefly before we go into the chart. I understand that you have seen the results, but just to guide you and also look at what you have also seen in the market. For Police Microfinance, I will tell you the numbers are purely missed. And why I say missed, it's pretending that what is happening in the industry, and also because they are retail banking people, what you are seeing is the result of what is happening. Most of the business and most of the company in that sector, in that retail business, because of this high interest rate and also inflation, they are getting it caught at this time. I believe that is what is reflecting on the result. If you look at the gross earning of Police Microfinance, it moved from 4.33 billion to 4.72 billion, but that's about just 9% up. Why the profit after tax, with the bottom line, declined by 16.6% from 766.17 million to 639.17 million down. And also in that direction, we saw also a sharp drop in the earnings per share. Earnings per share dropped from 34 kobo in 2021 to 12 kobo. And I'll tell you, this is not as a result of decline in profit alone, the result of also increased word in share in issue. Don't forget that this company has given bonuses. They also created they did the right issue and also public offer. This also kind of bloated their earnings and also diluted what their earning per share. And also look at the profit margin, which is very, very key. Profit margin dropped from 17.8 to 13.6 percent for their profit margin. This is also a decline to reflect the performance. Like I told our colleagues also in the class weekend that when you are analyzing earnings, there are four things that is very basic for you to look at. Look at the top line of this company. Is it above 20 or minimum of 15 and above? What is the bottom line? The same thing. Look at the company, profit margin, and look at the company what operating cash flow. This cash flow is very, very important. Cash flow will give you an insight if the company will sustain that earnings you are seeing. Because if there's no cash flow for the company, sustaining the earnings they are posting will become a problem. That is why no matter how juicy a number look like, how impressive, you must look at the company cash flow. Yes, that's why and the financials of the company are into today. You have the profit and loss account, you have the balance sheet that is robust, you see the program there, you go and see what is the cash flow of the company. Why they are giving you so that you know if that company earnings will be sustained on that cash flow you are seeing. But for the Police Microfinance, it's a financial sector, but actually we are seeing that the cash flow improves despite in a negative terrain, because we have about from 6 billion negative to about 237.9 million. There's an improvement from about negative 6 billion to about 10 improvement. We are seeing about the negative is reducing. Also, if you look at the word that came from the consumer goods sector, the third quarter result from Unilever. Purely, if you look at Unilever third quarter for just 3 months, for June to September, July to September, I'll tell you that number is not really encouraging. That is company has entered almost a loss of about 2.3 billion for that period. But on the whole, for the 9 months, we want to see the company performance. For 9 months performance, the company revenue moved from 49.67 billion to 64.77 billion. That's about 30% up. This is a good one. You can see, but if you go back and look at the bottom line, which is the profit after tax, it's a decline of 132.14% from 1.08 billion to 348.1 million loss for this time. You can see what happened in the last quarter. You can see that I changed the company positive performance for Q2. I say you must look at company and it is trending up. The Q1, the Q2 is trending up. We have seen here now that the Q3 performance have even what the profit has made so far for this period to turn at the third quarter, and this also give you an insight what will happen at the end of the financial year. We already in the more than a half of October, which is the last quarter of the year. You can see what and also I'm seeing in this number. As I said, this number for me, investors should also know what to do at this time. We saw the previous year, 2021 or 2020, see improvement in the stock, knowing that this company has finally rebounded, and at the same time kind of a turnaround that have taken place. But the result was saying that this company is still struggling from this number. Yes, we know that it's all over the world because of increasing interest rate and the economy, the economic headwinds and all those stuff. But I'll tell you, this number is not good. The EPS for the period also dropped from a 19 kobo toward a negative 6 kobo for the period. That's in direction. Profit margin also dropped from 2.2% to negative. Tell you. And also, if you look at the cash flow of Unilever, will tell you that Unilever cash flow is also looking down from 11.76 billion in 2021 to 5.96 billion in 2022. For this 9 months, it tells you that you have to also be very careful. It tells you that something also is happening in the company. If your cash flow is declining, you can see what is also happening. This is a reflection of what is happening in the number that we just see above in this company. Final one, we want to look at what is happening in Skywave Aviation. This Skywave Aviation, this number will tell you that despite what is happening in that industry, this is a good number that is coming from that we not support. And that is good thing to know that the difference between airline business and the logistic arm of the business. You can see that the logistic arm of this business is looking good. If you look at the number, was also give us an insight to what NACO will look like. Despite the high cost of flight, and at the same time, they reduce the kind of patronage or traffic in that sector. You can see that Skywave Aviation that handle the international cargo. In Nigeria, the Sky Aviation handled one type of why NACO deal with local one. And these companies, if I look at this number, I'll tell you this is a good number for this period that the economy is starting. This Skywave Aviation handling company, their revenue or turnover moved from 6.4 billion to 8.6 billion, representing 33.8% up. Good. And the profit after tax moved from 542.6 million to 631.6 million, 16% up. I think this is a good number. EPS is translated. This profit was translated into an EPS of 0.4 for 2021, and now 2022, the current year where we are is 0.42. You can forecast from this earning per share that this company is likely to achieve 60 kobo or 65 kobo, and that will tell you that the dividend of 50 kobo they paid last year is also likely to also be sustained, depending on their dividend policy. These are the things to look at, and the price is stock is selling at this point. And see this number is telling you where they're going. Also, look at the profit margin. Yes, there's a slight decline in profit margin. For me, profit margin is still also not too attractive, but still it's better to be in green than to be in red. But we saw from the figure that the profit margin dropped from 8.4% to 7.3% for this period under review. For operating cash flow for the company, it's also just slide down little. For this quarter, that means we want to keep our eyes on the last quarter and also the full year result to see where the company cash flow is also looking at. For this also, a current call for investor to always look at what the company operating cash flow to see if the earnings they are posting will be sustained in the next future for you to know where to pitch your tent as investor. But on this note, the number we are saying, I'll tell you, this is an impressive number. Apart from this Unilever that is opposite of what we have seen so far from UCAP, we have seen from Africa Prudential, we have seen from this invasion we have just discussed. Also, we have seen a missed number from from Police Microfinance, we have seen from Unilever and that of I'll tell you all the number that came from the mortgage banks. They are also impressive. Let's move forward to see more number this week. As from today, more number will come. Why? We'll see inflow of number by what? Inflow of number by next week, being the last week of for the month, usher the month to the last trading period. I believe that this number will guide us. Like I said, there's no cost for alarm, but rather we take advantage of what is happening in the market, to buy value and also accumulate and also break down for some stock that you know that the value remain intact. Like I said, the banking sector is a sector to look at. And don't forget that in our market, this sector is the most consistent sector in terms of dividend payment. And I tell you what we are saying today, in terms of rate hike, CBN have done the last 6 months. The first sector that benefit from it is this banking sector, and that is why we need to also look the way of that sector. You can equally look at what the banking sector in there to give you a clear picture of what is happening there, and the breakouts that which people have looked at it. That was a good one. I say it's a sector to watch, and there you can hold position and be sure that good dividend will come and your money remain intact. So a quick one, come to the chart to look at what is happening there. I told you earlier when I was doing introduction about the market, the market is likely in red. You can see here what is happening. Market was slightly trying to start trend. We saw a kind of 0.03 on Thursday. We saw 0.15. At this hour, we'll see what the market is doing. You can see that market is trying to also remain that slight direction because it's slightly marginally in red, slightly in red as we speak at this hour. So let's call up our indicators to guide us for our decision to see what the market is doing. It's good to know what the market is doing. Change of trend, I will tell you, you need to look at it. That's why I always call up what your CC commodity channel index will give you a quick sign when there's a change of trend so that you can know what is happening in the market at any given time. Don't forget that your price action is key to see what is the attitude and the sentiment of the people playing the market, what is happening right there in the market. You know and know what to do as a trader or investor at that particular time. Yes, follow our money flow index as usual. Also follow our C line. If you look at our T line here, you will not understand what the meaning of T line before now because I've explained it several times. Whenever you see the price action or index action above the T line, that's a strong market. Once they come below the T line, the weak market, the fair market, what we are looking at, we want to look at where it will be a rebound and also take position. And don't forget what I told you how to take profit using this trend T line alone, even though you are not using another indicator. Once you see that the price of the stock in positive direction is far from the T line, it's time to start taking profit. Once also you see that it's far also from the T line on the downside, try to know that it's also fine back to look at. And it's called 8 days moving average exponential. There's 21, there's also 55. But for short-term trading like any trading, I like to use 8. You can use 8 for any time frame that you are using. Multiple time frame is also applicable. For long-term traders, you need to look at 51, 55 exponential. Then for medium, that of 21. But for we that are short term, look at 28 and it's applicable for every other time frame for you to guide you. If you look at as we speak now, the third market is trending here. You can see it here on this move, but below the T line until cross it, that is where the another signal. But as we speak now, you know why the market was down for this straight 3 days. We tried to sustain for 2 days now on a slight negative operation of 0.03 or 4 as market is going up and down. But if you look at your CCI, which is the commodity channel index, you can see that it has shown that even when the market was going down, you saw trying to recover here at this level. You can see when it was trying to sustain here, it rebounded up and up. But when this three pullback happened, back to back, so what happened? It gave up coming down. But one market side, you can see started that trend also have changed. You can see it here. For money flow, for me, it's also this one is looking impressive. We'll see what we are seeing compared to what it closed last week. On Friday, almost below around 21, but now you can see the 22.5 already going on. Once market able to break this resistance here and there and break out 50, that was a front and really enter the market. But looking up, it's a good one after touching around 16 on the daily chart. Now coming up again, it's a good one for the market. It will sustain. Let's see what the earnings season look like. I told you any season comes with kind of improved liquidity, improved sentiment, improved activities, buying and selling. Because of what people look at the number, and that is where a lot of portfolio reshuffling and also selling and buying back is done. For that, you need to expect to see this. And don't forget also that I've said earlier that the market was trading around the 44,378.28%, down by 18.5%, and that is about 0.0304% now average approximately But if you look at the market breadth also look negative. We are seeing 6 losers against 3 gainers. Among the 6 losers, we are seeing Sterling Bank leading the pack, followed by Owando, Basi Japo Bank, Jaiz Bank, Jaiz Bank, and PZ and Fidelity on that chart. We have others, but these are the top 5. If you go to the gainer chart, we also have 3 gainers as speak now. Better Glass, Fixing, and Zenith Bank are on the gainer chart at this hour. No market, as market goes on, for it to change because this is a live market. Also, we are seeing the top trade is led by Leakage Assurance, followed by GT Code, Fidelity, UBA, and what and Nigeria Blue. These are the top in terms of volume as we speak. You can see that the market is a bit that now we're seeing a market on a slight to slow down. So market was up for 2 days, slightly marginally. Today also we're looking at this hour, market is down, also slightly down. Let's wait and see what the market will close for the day. But we want to look at what is happening in the Zenith Bank, Fixing, and also look at Fidelity and GT Code. That permits us look at what is happening to PZ that released the impressive full year result and also first quarter. Let's look at these figures as we speak now. This is for a day chart for the market. Let's look at the 1 hour chart before we go to this 4 or 5 stock quickly. You can see on the 1 hour chart, I said that there is this sign that this market was for the bank quickly. Market is almost going above the T line, flat on the T line now. You can see that money flow is looking up to be around 70. Once able to break out this resistance, I can see here and here. Once to break it out, I've seen that the momentum is also improving here on in our 1 hour chart. For people want to look at the individual chart, top, let's start with the GT code. First of all, let's start with GT code. Sorry, GT code. Look at GT code. This on the 1 hour chart, GT code is you can see slightly in green on the board. You can see in red pullback last 2 hours. Can see it now coming green again. But we see that one just try to look up. Momentum is not too strong, still looking down on this, but on a 1 hour chart. If you look at a day chart of the stock to see what is happening. The stock, yes, on a day chart, you see there's a weak sign there, profit taking, but yet still above the T line as we speak. And money flow is also high around the 62. Good one for the market that has broken the 50 to trade around 62. Money flow trading, and momentum is also looking up. For me, it's a good one. Now, if at this point, right, it has started at this from here to here, but now try to come down, but has not broken down the T line. Let's see what. That's why you need to get that video, the secret of buying catching the market top and also selling at top and buying low. You need to get the videos that will teach you exactly what you need to know on how to buy this stock. The momentum level you need to know. You need to get the video so that it will explain detail for you and you're able to catch it. So you won't be panic out of position when nothing is pushing you. Because once you go about buying, and then the next day, when you have jumped out already, the price goes because you are not watching anything to guide you. That's why I say you must watch this tutorial because we are seeing about the sentiment of the people, the behavior activated by the candlestick or the price action, short or whatever you call it, and the momentum to know what is the strength behind it, that trend, what is the strength behind that candlestick you are seeing, what is the strength of that buyers and the sellers in the market at that particular time is very, very important. I would say that for GT code is still very, very good at this point. Don't need to panic. Those that want to take advantage of this price also equally go ahead. Let's look at what is happening in Fidelity equal cost of our time. What happened in Fidelity Bank? Fidelity Bank on a daily chart, you can see it started to profit taking. It's selling now below the 380 that it closed the week. Then around the 373, 374, no profit taking, but still above the T line. I can see that money flow is still around 56, looking up. That's why, and the momentum is still very strong here where it is now. For me, it's a good one. These are the things that should guide you. But if you look at the 1 hour chart for Fidelity, you look at what the 1 hour chart that's crossed below the T line to show that what profit taking as it is top that is here, that's all down the T line, and money flow is looking still strong but looking down, and momentum is also looking down. This profit taking sign already in the stock of Fidelity. We look at what is happening in Fixing to speak at this hour. Look at what is happening Then look at Zenith Bank and PZ for corridor. For fixing on 1 hour chart, it's a good one. You can see that spreading above the T line. Above the, you can see the last hours what has happened, but where it is now is above the last position. But you can see that money flow is what you call the momentum chart that give a signal of change of signal here and down, change of trend. You can see it coming down, but stock is still up. Money flow is looking down. You can see that there's a divergence between the price and the signals and the indicators now. Looking now, price is up on a day chart. On the 1 hour chart, let's look at the day chart of fixing to see what is happening. Fixing as we speak now, yes, you can see the kind of candlestick formation trying to resist decline here, but slightly above the T line, and money flow is looking up, and we are seeing momentum improving. For me, it's a good one for the stock. This is a good one on the day chart. All the indicators and the price are moving in the same direction to show the strength of the trend if it is sustained. That's why you need to look at the 1 hour chart and look at so that you won't jump out. So when you look at one will give you, exactly what's happening, and you have to put your position or start taking a profit as you see the chart and the viewing information telling you what is happening. Then let's look at the Zenith Bank before finally look at the PZ to call it a day. Our time is fast spent, but we need to complete this. I need to look at PZ before I call it a day. This Zenith Bank now to speak. I see Zenith Bank on a day chart is flat on the T line. Money flow is looking down, and why the momentum, the CCR is trying to tell us the change of trend. You can see this is red, but this is a light green, green at this point. Let me quickly break it so that you can see what I'm saying here. Okay, sorry, this is red. You can see, but try to resist the decline, but still trading above what above the T line. You can see the position here now. This formation of trying to resist decline. You can see it here. This is what the market is doing now in the back now. You can see that the money flow is looking down while the momentum indicator CCR is also looking down. Looking up, I mean, you need to look at this at this time. This is for Zenith Bank. Last one, let me look at what is happening in PZ as a company that just released impressive two number full year and the first quarter. That's what is happening here in this company to take advantage. PZ, let's start with 1 hour chart for PZ. So we can come to the PZ of 1 hour chart. You can see red rally above the T line. So I recommend now this one is touch as high as almost 10, 12, but now it's down on the below the T line. Try to come above the T line. To speak, it's flat on the T line now, but in marginal red, very slight red. And money flow is flat. Money flow is flat, not looking upward. Like looking upward, also the momentum indicator, which is the CCR or trend, change the indicator, telling that it's still moving, has not changed either up or down as we speak now for 1 hour. But the day chart will give us a clear picture of what is happening in PZ. PZ, I'll tell you, one is not entering more, start entering, but now it's trending, and here is a small, strong relative strength. But I can say that it's trading flat on the T line. You can see it here. I try to resist a decline, does not make a sharp movement up or down. I'll tell you that not live upward on the T line. But I would like to look at, let's zoom in to see exactly whether it's green or red. We are seeing there. Okay, to let us, you can see. That's why it's good to zoom. You can see now it's already slightly below the T line and it's in red. But this red, this candlestick is kind of the stock that this is what decline. We call it hammer in the analysis. If this is sustained on a downtrend, you can now make an uptrend. I see that it has crossed down the T line slightly, can always break out and start moving up here. Money flow, try to look up later and see here why this one is right down here. These are what is happening in the market as we speak. On this note, say welcome to a new trading week, and let's see how the market will go. This is the first trading week of the week, but this hour we're about to run the class. We're seeing a slight change in what in the market. Market is slightly in red, and to what we saw on Friday when the market hit 0.15%. But now it's slightly in red, 0.03%. Yes, on this note, I say thank you, and also encourage you to ask your question. Feel free, on this platform or another of our platform. Figure out which one answer will be provided. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube. That YouTube, I'll tell you, I can see questions and also people giving us a thumb, ringing the bell. If you are not subscribed, subscribe. Encourage people that they can go there and update themselves of what is happening. Different updates are posted there. Recently, the last the analyst hangout, you see, we're about 3 or 4 analysts. These are professionals in the market sharing their thought by the market. Also, you add to what you know that will make you a better investor. Who are out there, also go to our site and see updates on the NS, updates of anything that's happening in the market there, news in the market, so that you will be informed about this market. We'll have one shop for you, anything that you need to buy and sell signal is available. And as we speak now, what is happening in the market, I'm preparing a special buy and sell signal for people that also take advantage of this last quarter and also position for what for the full year earnings coming in what in February and March 2023. I'll say thank you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you tomorrow by God grace. Bye.